What's up, fellas? Welcome to the Cloud Gaming X channel. So today we are going to be doing a podcast which is going to be revolved around the Stadia Connect that is coming, as you guys see here on the screen, 8/19/19. So this is so exciting. We're going to talk about games. Now, if you guys didn't see the official YouTube page of Stadia, it states that they are going to primarily focus on games. So this is really cool. There's been rumors of big, publisher, big games coming to the Stadia, games like Death Stranding. We're going to talk a little about that. There's been other rumors as well as games like Cyberpunk possibly coming to the Stadia platform. So we're just going to talk about like games that big third-party games that we might see here at this Gamescom Stadia Connect, and possibly something that not a lot of people are talking about is the first-party titles. I feel like, if Google was to unveil first-party title, be at this event, because Stadia, as you guys know, is approaching release date. And we do have like 2-3 months, right? We in August, September, so close to 3 months. But I feel like it's time to get the public excited for Stadia. So just give me a second. Let me just finish setting this podcast up, and we'll just jump right into the discussion. All right. I'm gonna take a second too. I love to do this live because I get to see you guys, I get to interact with you guys, I get to answer you guys' questions, and then at the end, as you guys know who have joined my podcast, I always have an open discussion to where you guys can ask me questions about the channel, stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think of the new overlay. Personally, I've been spending a lot of time setting this up, so I hope you guys appreciate it. So yeah, give me a second. Let me just set this up. 1 second, y'all. Okay, gotta mute that. Apologize for that. Working on setting this up, so give me a second. Give me like 2-3 minutes. And for those of you guys who watch this afterwards, you can just fast forward. But we are this is going to be a fun one today, guys. It's going to be a really fun one. Let's see. Thank you guys for joining live. Appreciate you guys. Sweet deal. Okay. Thank you guys for hitting that like button too. Really appreciate it. Almost done setting this up. Just give me a second, fellas. For those of you guys who are watching, it'll be really helpful if you can share this video too, for the people who are not aware that is going on right now. That'll be helpful as well. So almost done. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments below as well. All right. Cool. Mm-mm. All right. Almost. Sorry, guys. All right. Gotta set this up. Okay. Cool, cool. All right. Okay. Do. Almost done, fellas. Cool, cool. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Cool. Okay. Sorry, fellas. This is taking way longer than I thought, but I'm almost done. Sweet deal. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, fellas. So thank you for that. Thank you for being patient. Appreciate that. Sometimes speaking of podcasts, it's just difficult to set up, but we are done. So I have y'all's comment. I can see what you guys are saying. So if you guys comment, I can actually read that. So again, appreciate you guys that are watching. This is the official beginning of the podcast. It took a little bit, but again, appreciate you guys for just being patient. So 10-minute mark, you guys come forward and you guys can catch up. So the podcast officially starts at 10:13. All right, so to get right into it, like I stated, The Stadia Connect is happening on August 19, 2019. It's going to be at Gamescom. Google has officially announced that this is happening. So you guys can definitely mark in your calendar. It's going to be really, really exciting. So the reason this podcast is we're going to just look at, so they also titled on the YouTube page for Stadia about this event. They said it's going to be mainly about the games. It's all going to be about games. That's what they stated. So don't go there with like expectation of finding out like what features, because that might not be mentioned or talked about at this Connect. I'm sure Google's going to host other Connects before the Stadia officially comes out. But again, this Connect, I believe, is primarily going to be about just games, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's Connect, right? We're going to talk about some of the games that we are excited to see. I'm going to talk about some surprises that Stadia might have in store, and then I'm going to talk about just release dates, right? When we can be expecting some of these games. So let's get right into this podcast. Like I stated before, guys, I think this is going to be a really fun one. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is just looking at the third-party studios that potentially can be coming to Google Stadia. And I feel like in this Connect, we're probably going to see them announce some more third-party support. Now, if you guys don't know what third party is, think of like companies like Activision, like EA, like Epic Store Games, Epic Store, like Epic Games, right? You talking about like Fortnite, you talking about Call of Duty, you talking about like FIFA. Those are third party companies making third party games, right? So pretty much it's not first party studio, it's third party. First party would be like a company such as like Sony or Nintendo making specific games for these specific consoles. So you look at a game like Uncharted from Sony, right? Running is exclusively on the PlayStation 4. You look at a game like Zelda Breath of the Wild for Nintendo, running exclusively for the PS4, for the Nintendo Switch. And then you look at a game like, say, Halo, running exclusively for Microsoft. Those are considered first party. So I'm gonna this conversation is about the big third parties, right? So that we haven't seen confirmed yet. I feel like in this event, Stadia is going to confirm some of those. Google and Stadia, they're going to confirm some of those. So companies like EA, right, they haven't been officially confirmed to be working on Stadia, but I feel like in this event, we're going to see, again, they titled this games, right? So I feel like we're going to see companies like EA make noise about the Stadia. I feel like we're going to see companies like Activision make noise about the Stadia. Rockstar, right, makers of GTA, makers of Red Dead Redemption, right? We know Red Dead is officially coming out pretty soon for the PC, right? I'll be shocked, right, if we don't get an announcement for the Stadia. So that's another big third-party company that we can hear be announced at this Stadia Connect. And then you have a company like Rockstar, right? We talked about Rockstar. CD Projekt Red, we're talking about like The Witcher and Cyberpunk. Those games, those companies talking about joining the Stadia team. So I think that's going to be really interesting to see. But I think we're going to hear a lot of those third-party announcements being revealed at this next Connect. Now, again, we know Stadia is coming out pretty soon, and I feel like, Google has to start making noise, right? And one of the big ways to do it is by, announcing that these companies are all on board for the Stadia hype machine. I feel like once that has been established and stated, then, people will start looking at Stadia as a more, liable reliable competition. People look at Stadia now and they're like, where are the rest of the third party? Because the third party hasn't announced full support. They think that, third parties are not willing to back this. So if Google can let these guys know, these state haters on YouTube, let them know that third parties are on board, I feel like that can help definitely build momentum for the Stadia. So it's going to be really exciting once they do that, if they do that, right? This is just kind of like a speculation. Not saying any of this has been confirmed or will be confirmed. I'm just speculating as to what I'm hoping and expecting to see in the next Google Stadia Connect. Okay, so first thing we talked about is big third party coming to Stadia, right? The next thing I feel like they're going to cover when it comes to games, like they stated, is I feel like they're going to announce some really cool first party stuff, right? Again, if you guys, I explain what first party is pretty much a software studio making games specifically for platforms. So again, you have Breath of the Wild for Nintendo, you have Halo for Microsoft, you have Uncharted for Sony, right? I feel like Google Stadia, they're gonna have some really cool exclusive, even though it hasn't been announced yet. I feel like this is going to be the place where they announce those games. Again, they stated this Connect is all about the games. So I feel like we're going to see those first party titles. And I think they're going to be games that are going to make people be like, yo, wow, I can't play this anywhere but Stadia. So, this might, make it worth purchasing. Some of the big things that these big YouTubers are batching Stadia on is like these third-party games that are coming out, we can play it on other systems. So what's the incentive of actually purchasing a Stadia to buy these to play these games? But I feel like if Google can come out and say, hey, these are the games that you cannot play anywhere but Stadia, I feel like it's going to get people really excited and get people talking about Stadia. Imagine if they show like a dope like trailer for a game that cannot be released on any other platform. People will be talking about Stadia. Seriously. Like, software, games sells system. Look at what Breath of the Wild did for the Switch. Look at what Halo did for Microsoft Xbox One. The first Halo was like one of the only few games that the first original Xbox 360, no, not 360, the first OG Xbox had, and that game pushed Microsoft Xbox into a light that it probably wouldn't have achieved like if Halo was not available. So again, exclusive sells systems, especially if you want a system to move like during the launch, right? You launch a good game with it. I mean, look at what Breath of the Wild did for the Switch. I feel like if Stadia has their own great, just one good first party game that you can't get anywhere else, made by Stadia's first party studio using all of Stadia's features, that will get people talking. And I feel like, again, if this is titled games, I know you guys are going to get like sick of hearing that. But if that's what the Stadia Connect is titled, then I'm expecting they are going to announce some serious first party studio games. And it's going to be really exciting. Because again, if you cannot get this anywhere else but the Stadia, it's going to be a huge incentive for people to make that purchase to get these games on Stadia, to buy Stadia for these games, right? So I believe something else that we're going to see is like second party titles, right? So the Pokemon company, I think that's the name, who make Pokemon games for the Nintendo platform, are actually considered second party companies. Insomniac Games, right? Makers of Infamous and makers of, I think, the new Spider-Man that just came out for the PS4. That's a second party Sony like studio. Well, I don't know if this second party, I think they're second party, but I know they created Sunset Overdrive for Microsoft, so I don't know how that works. But pretty much, second party games are studios. They make games geared towards a platform. It's not, the studio's not exclusive to the platform, but they make games exclusively for the platform. A game like Bayonetta, right? 2 for the Nintendo Wii U and eventually the Nintendo Switch. The company that made that game, they're not second party companies, but they make second party games specifically for the Nintendo Switch. Now I feel like we're going to see some second party games, right? There is a company who, Capcom, we haven't announced them there in the big three, but you might see Capcom announce some games in the Stadia too. But I feel like the reason I bring up Capcom, because in the financial report they were saying that there was like $19 million unaccounted for, and they told their investors that they are not willing to talk about at that moment where that money is going. I think they said something about like this surprise and people speculate maybe they make an exclusive game for Stadia, maybe they are making an exclusive game for Microsoft, right? And so, but yeah, I feel like we're going to see these big companies announce like second party titles for the Switch, for the Stadia platform, that you can't get anywhere else. I think that'll be cool. Again, Google has the money to buy these exclusive rights, but I think it'll be interesting to see if we do get some second party titles from these companies, right? The other thing I want to mention that I think they will showcase here is the specific features, right, that Stadia has. Like instant access, stuff like that. What's the other one? Being able to play is that instant access where you're able to play with like multiple? You can see what your other party, for instance, if you're playing a game like Rainbow Six, you can see, I forgot what the name of that feature is. Maybe you guys can remind me in the comments below. But there's a feature where you can see what your other person that you're playing with, partner, if you want to call that, what they're doing on your same screen. So if you're playing a game like Rainbow Six and you two are trying to breach your place, you can pop up the window and see it in your game as you playing. I feel like we're going to see third-party studios include specific Stadia features in games that we wouldn't be seeing on the PS4, the Xbox One, which is really exciting. We have Ubisoft saying that Ghost Recon Breakpoint is going to take advantage of the Stadia features, right? So I think that'll be pretty neat to see more games take advantage of the Google Stadia features. So again, that's exciting, right? That's exciting. So it doesn't all have to be like big game announcement. It can be just like third-party games just getting some pretty cool Google Stadia features included in the games, right? So that's something I feel like we might see announced in the next Google Stadia Connect, right? So that's pretty much what I want to talk about that, right? The last thing I want to talk about when it comes to games is big third-party games, right? We have games like Cyberpunk, right? We have games like Death Stranding. If you guys haven't been following the news on Death Stranding, that was originally PS4 exclusive, but just recently people have noticed that they've dropped the PS4 exclusivity, and then you have Jade Raymond, who is taking the charge of Stadia's first-party studio. She was over in Japan, and she, on Twitter, posted a picture with her and Hideo Kijumi. I can never say his name, forgive me, y'all. But he's the maker of Metal Gear, and he is the maker of Death Stranding. They took a picture together, so people were just assuming that she was over there in Japan, like, trying to convince him to bring Death Stranding to the Google Stadia. So you never know what came out from that conversation, but I feel like Death Stranding might also be a big game, that makes its way onto Google Stadia. And I know. Red Dead Redemption 2 is kind of an old game, came out last year, but still it's not available on PC yet, right? And so that's a game that, I feel like will make a lot of noise, even though it's a year old now. But I feel like people will be talking about that game if it does come to Stadia. Again, not just that game, but just them having Rockstar, just giving Stadia attention. It's a huge win for them. So I think that'll be pretty cool if they can lock that with Red Dead Redemption 2. So those Cyberpunk, Death Stranding, let me look at my chat real quick. I see some of you guys on. Again, just comment with the chat if you guys have any questions for me. But yeah, games like Call of Duty, right? How cool would that be if we can get a Call of Duty? The new one on Stadia, I feel like that will be a big get for Stadia platform. And if they announce that here, that'll be pretty cool. And Battlefield, right? That'll be pretty cool. The new Star Wars game as well. That'll be pretty neat if we see a game like that on here. So again, really exciting stuff from third party devs if they do announce it for the Stadia. So big third party games I think we're going to see announced at this next Stadia Connect. So those are the things I kind of want to talk about, want to cover. Just, trying to open this up to you guys to see if you guys have any speculations, any questions. Again, after this airs, you guys can, put in the comments below what you guys would, want to see and like to see in the next Stadia Connect. So just to give you guys a rundown on how the next Stadia Connect is gonna go on this channel. So my other partner of the channel, Sunny, he's actually gonna be live streaming it at 10 a.m. So that's when it's going to be happening. So you guys can see right there over here at 10 a.m. So he's gonna be live streaming. So if you guys are interested in watching it live on this channel, definitely check that out. Right, he's gonna be live streaming again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reaction video. So I'm going to be at work, but when I come home from work, I'm going to watch that video and record my reaction, right? And then I'm going to just make, a recap video on the whole event. So you're going to have my reaction video about me reacting to actually watching it myself. And then I'm going to do a recap video on the important things that was just discussed for the Google Stadia Connect. So if that sounds like something that interests you, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because after that Connect, we are going to be covering all the stuff that was said like crazy. Also, just to give you guys a heads up, the progression of this channel. As you guys know, Stadia comes out in November. So when that comes out, be expecting like game reviews, right? We're going to cover reviews on the channel with games, right? We're going to do overview stuff, right? Because Stadia is pretty much a new platform. People are going to have questions and like, how does this work? How does this work? And so when we figure all those things out, we'll be making videos like exclusively just showing you guys like how Stadia runs, right? So we're going to do reviews, we're going to do overviews showcasing, right, how Stadia feature works. I think we have about like 8 to 9 games we are going to be reviewing and playing. So we're going to do walkthrough videos on those games. We are going to, again, do reviews. We're going to cover the features, cover the interface, do how-to videos as well. Again, this is going to be a new platform, and you guys are going to have some questions as to like, you know, how to figure things out. So our goal is to just help, you know, people who are against Stadia to know how to do this thing. So yeah, so we're gonna hit Stadia really hard when it comes out. So if you guys are interested and want to see more Stadia coverage, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will get you guys taken care of when Stadia releases. Alright, so what I like to do is at the end of this podcast is open things up for discussion, right? There's questions about the channel. There's you know, if you guys have personal questions, if you guys want to get to know me better, you can definitely ask those questions as well. So I'm just gonna take a little bit, open this up, see if you guys have any questions, and as you guys post those questions, I'm just going to talk about some of the other things that I'm excited about when it comes to the Google Stadia. Something that you guys also, again, discussion, you guys can comment and let me know if you have any questions and anything that was discussed. Thank you guys for hitting that like button too. See about 7 likes. Really appreciate that. So just discussion. We talked about discussion, but yeah, the reaction videos, I'm actually working on exposing this might sound bad, but exposing RGT85, man. It's a video he made just recently, actually last week, where CL was good, bro, was good. He was talking about just one of the reasons why he hates what did he say? One of the reasons why he hates I think he said one of the reasons why he hates streaming, right? Or oh no, digitally. Yeah, I gotta go back again. I'm doing this reaction video, so I'm trying to gather a lot of research, but it's like one of the reasons why he hates streaming, and it was just, it states right there and then like why he's such a Stadia hater. Like he pretty much states that he doesn't like the fact that if he purchases a game digitally, that it can be gone in snap of a finger. And pretty much with a physical game, you, even if a company decides to remove it from the digital store, at least you still have the physical, where you can play it whenever you want. And that makes a lot of sense, and I get that. But for that to be what cripples you from, you know, moving forward when it comes to like technology in the future, it's kind of, it's a bad thing. So we're making videos, man. These state haters, you guys have watched my reaction. We are exposing them one by one. Stadia is a great platform. There's a lot of hate. I don't know why that hate exists, but there's a lot of hate, and so my goal is to bring positive light, to shed light on Stadia, and to get people excited about Stadia, because again, if you Google Stadia, YouTube Stadia, it's a lot of negativity when it comes to Stadia. So again, if you guys like that, if you guys, I'm literally so tired. Why are you tired, bro? What's going on? Playing too much 2K on the Switch, man? Let me know. But yeah, just a lot of hate, a lot of people just bashing Stadia. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, if you guys like that reaction video, I actually created a playlist. I think we have about 6 to 7 videos right now when it comes to reactions, so you guys can definitely check that out. Right, sorry that this podcast wasn't long. You know, like we don't have a lot of you know, Stadia news. When this Connect comes out, you know, we're gonna have a lot of different things to talk about. But as far as right now, we, you know, my partner and I, Sunny, we are just trying to be creative with content, right? So we're trying to, whatever idea we think about, we make videos about it, because again, they're not providing us with a lot of things. So but I guarantee you guys, when Stadia officially is released, trust to to see Stadia content overload on this channel, because we're gonna cover the heck out of Stadia. Once they give us stuff, once we have news information, we'll cover it here. But until then, we are trying to be creative with just coming up with topics to get you guys excited for Stadia. So again, if you guys like that, please respond to those videos and let us know. A lot of you guys did in the comments, so we really appreciate that. I'm too trash at 2K, been grinding Splatoon. Oh, that's what's up, dude. Yeah, I got to get back on Splatoon, man. I keep saying that game, Sonny and I would say, right, whenever we play it, it's so fun. It's so fun. And we ask the question as to, if you guys don't know what Splatoon 2 is, it's a game for Nintendo Switch. Again, we have another channel where we cover Nintendo Switch specific stuff. It's I believe in the description below, right? But yeah, if you guys haven't subscribed to that, if you have a Switch and if you're interested, definitely check us out on there as well. But yeah, Splatoon 2 is a game made specifically, exclusively for the Switch by Nintendo, and it's such a fun game. But we just can't get ourselves to play it. But when we do, we have such a great time. It's the weirdest thing, but I understand, man. That grind is real. Splatoon's fun until you're such in the light level where you can't have fun because it's all sweat. That sounds crazy. But man, speaking about the Switch though, my God, this is a Stadia podcast, so we'll keep it exclusive to Stadia. But dag, the Switch is just popping right now with games. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, Switch is popping. I appreciate talking to you guys in the comments, man. So if you guys wanna, ask any questions about the channel, let me know. We're thinking of CL, you were saying you can afford Stadia right now, so we are actually going to be giving away a founders pack when we hit 1,000 subs. So all you have to do is just be subscribed to the channel, and we'll just do a random giveaway when we hit 1K subs. So that might be you might get lucky, you might win. And another thing we are thinking about doing, because I'm getting a founders pack and my partner Sonny is also getting a founders pack. So we'll have the buddy pass, right, where you can share Stadia with a buddy. So we're thinking about giving those away, because he's going to have one, I'm going to have one, and we're going to have 2 buddy passes. So we don't know the details on those yet, but I know for sure when we hit 1K, we are going to be giving away a founders pack for sure. We're still trying to get the details on what we'll do with the 2 buddy pass that we're gonna get. So CL, yeah, that might be you, bro. So potentially you can have 3 shot at winning Stadia, the founders pack when we hit 1K, and the other 2 buddy pass that we haven't decided on what we're gonna do with that yet. So again, if you guys like giveaway, man, this is the channel for you. We love doing giveaways. We've given away Geforce Now betas. Thinking about in the future potentially giving away like Google Play, right? Again, hopefully they announce what the store currency is going to be like at this Stadia Connect. I'm thinking that it's going to you just be able to purchase your games through Google Play store. And if that's the case, then best believe we're going to be giving away Google Play credits on here as well. So we're just waiting for Google to announce what the digital currency is going to be. Of course, it's going to be cash and credit. But once we figure that out, we'll definitely be doing giveaways for that as well. Right. So let's just continue with this games topic, right? For the Stadia Connect. I know I said, again, this is open for discussion. You guys just keep writing. I'm going to keep answering questions. I like to keep my podcast, 45 minutes to an hour. Right now we're at 40. So, discussion time is up, available. You guys, CL, you're killing it right now with the discussion, so I appreciate it. But for those of you guys who are watching this right now, if you guys have any questions for me, any questions about the channel, any questions about the podcast topic, let me know right now in the comments below. And then after this video airs, for sure you can also write. But let's talk about the exclusives, right? So say Google announces exclusives, the first party studio led by Jade Raymond, who, if you guys didn't know, was one of the co-founders of Assassin's Creed. So she has the credibility. So let's say the Stadia Connect, Google gets serious about okay, let's start showing off what we've been working on with our first party studios. What games would you what genre would you guys like to see them announce games for, right? Me personally, I think it would be cool to see a first person shooter from them. I know the market might feel oversaturated, but think about it though. COD, Call of Duty, is not as popular as it used to be. Battlefield is people getting worn out from it. Halo, we know there's a new one coming out with the new Xbox coming. Destiny still trying to figure itself out since Bungie left Activision. But Apex Legend, people are getting sick of Battle Royale, but the game is still dope. But really, people are getting sick. So imagine if they announce a exclusive first party, very unique game, that's not freaking Battle Royale, that is more of a story driven, gameplay focused, not a Destiny Division type game, but just a very good solid first party game that looks incredible and plays really well. That would be really fun. Just being real, that would be really, really fun to see them announce this. So I think it would be cool to see a first person shooter type ish game from them. I think it would be cool also if they have some kind of racing game. You have Sony with Polyphony Gran Turismo games, right? You have Microsoft with the Forza games, right? This might sound petty and weird, but it would be cool if Google and Stadia had their own kind of game like that, a realistic racer kind of game. And that'll be pretty cool if, okay, so they have the first person shooter game and then they have the racing game. And of course, like we stated earlier, Jade Raymond, she is the co-founder of Assassin's Creed. So how about a God of War-ish type of first party studio game, right? An adventure God of War, Assassin's Creed type of game. So now they have the racer, they have the first person, they have the adventure. You got to throw in a kiddie-ish type of game in there too. So throw in, something like Minecraft-ish. That'd be pretty cool, right? I don't think they're going to make a sports game because that market is saturated and the licensing, is owned by EA when it comes to football, NFL football. And then soccer, you have, Winning 11, it used to be called, or whatever it's called now, PS, whatever. And then you have FIFA, so no one's dethroning FIFA. So for them to spend a lot of money and resources to create a soccer game, it's probably not a good investment. So they can just leave the sports game to the third party people. But I think having a great first person shooter, great adventure game, great kiddie-ish game, Minecraft-ish, of that sort. I think having a good RPG game, right? Or action RPG, like Breath of the Wild-ish type of game. Not adventure. We talked about adventure like Assassin's Creed and God of War, or action adventure. I'm talking about like a Horizon Zero Dawn type of game, or a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, or even just an RPG game like Final Fantasy. That'd be pretty cool if the first party can create something like that. So I think personally the first party studios have been working on a lot of really cool games that they haven't announced. So this event is going to be the event to showcase some of those games. So yeah, those genres I feel like would be cool if they can cover, right? Imagine if they come out with like 5 solid or 4, even 4, a great first person shooter, a great action adventure like God of War ish, right? A great like I would say it like RPG ish type of game, a great racer. So those are 4 genres. I mean, those spread out and can benefit a lot of demographic with those 4 genres right there. And then of course they can add like a puzzle game ish. But I feel like if a console needs to sell well, exclusive needs to be there. And I think, again, this would be a good time for them to announce that. Anyway, sorry if I kind of repeat myself over there, but exclusives are important again. And I hope we see some of that at the next event. I don't even know that much about Stadia Geforce, but I'm still a kid and I'm paying much attention. It's cool, man. It's cool. Just stay plugged into this channel because I try to educate people on what Geforce Now and Stadia Connect is. Hopefully, by watching some of the videos here, you guys can learn some things. I'm personally always learning, so I hope that you guys can learn. A lot of people don't know what Stadia is. A lot of people don't know anything about like cloud gaming or game streaming. And one of the goals, one of my reasons for this channel is to bring light to those to cloud gaming. That's why it's called Cloud Gaming X, right? So I just want to bring light to cloud gaming. So yeah, if you guys again have any questions about it, let me know. Yeah, all right, cool. I'm glad. That's the goal, man. People, my reaction videos, you've seen these big YouTubers bashing Stadia without like the knowledge of why it possibly can be successful. They just bash it because they don't understand the tech behind it, and they bash it because they are just not willing to give up the collector's items. But yeah, again, appreciate you guys just hitting that like button. Still gonna open this up. We are at the 47-minute mark. I'm gonna open this up for like 5 more minutes if you guys have any more questions for sure. Alright, thank you for joining CL. Thanks for just communicating and talking in this podcast. Again, you guys hit that like button, man. Really, 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 really appreciate it. Yeah. Gonna open this up for 5 more minutes, see if you guys have any questions, and then we'll end it for sure. So again, I have a partner. You guys know this. He makes videos on this channel. Normally, you see this other spot here that states Stadia's Twitter. That's where his face is supposed to go. But he is currently at a retro gaming convention right now, so he couldn't make it. Sunny or Josh, if you want to call him that. So next podcast we'll have he'll probably be in that box to the right there, and he's gonna be the one that's gonna be covering the next Stadia Connect. So definitely hit that subscribe notification button for sure if you guys want to see that live on Monday the 19th. Alright, still gonna leave this up. See if anyone else has any questions. If not, I'll just give it 1.5 more minutes actually. And yeah. So that's the format of the podcast, guys. I'm gonna get on, talk about my piece, right? And then after that, I'll open it up for discussion. Again, just to connect with you guys, get to know you guys better, and see if you guys have any questions about any videos that we've made or where we're going to be taking the channel. So this is discussion time. Again, leaving it open for another I'll say another minute. Yeah, again, appreciate the likes, man. Thank you. We have about 9 likes in this video, so I really, really appreciate that. All right. So I don't want to keep this going on for long. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining this podcast. On Monday, the 19th, again, Sunny is going to be doing a live podcast covering the Stadia Connect on the 19th. So if you guys are interested, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and get notified when that happens on Monday. I fellas appreciate you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out.